was 2:15 p.m. on a sweltering August afternoon in 2022, and a 19-year-old Michael Henderson, better known to the streets of St. Louis as the rapper CTS Luh Wick, was riding his mini bike through the south side of the city with his friends. What he didn't know was that in the next few minutes, he would be fighting for his life in a deadly road rage shootout that would turn him from an...
it was a road rage shootout? See, I thought this was like some op spotted him, tried to kill him, and he, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know it was a road rage shootout.
Becoming local rap.
Yeah, I had to shoot somebody. They was waving the gun. I was just walking down the street. It was this grown dude. And he like, you grinning at? And I'm like, huh? And he instantly get the waving his little gun and I instantly up blick on him. He like, you ain't gonna blow that motherfucker, white boy. You ain't gonna blow that motherfucker, white boy. I just get the blowing at his...
He said, who ain't gonna blow that motherfucker? This is stupid.
And I got booked for that. That's when I first even found out what self-defense was.
A few years later, Luh Wick would start his rap career at the age of 15, guns and rapping about shooting people in numerous of his songs and videos. In fact, he likely reminded many fans of a white drill rapper who went viral a few years earlier called Slim Jesus. However, Slim Jesus notoriously lost all his aura after admitting that he wasn't really a
And it's crazy, that's where he fucked up. He should have not said nothing. Let motherfuckers think what they was gonna think. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, he was a white boy, and he would be rich as hell right now if he never said this, bro.
Savage in the streets like he portrayed in his music. However, CTS Luh Wick was the real deal and really rapping about his real life in the streets where he had just caught a body. Soon he would begin. The whole group can be seen showing off guns while claiming they were just protecting the neighbors.
What do you think the neighbors feel about this? Are neighbors scared to go outside?
They think it's cool because they feel like they well protected type shit. They rather have some guns over here than not have no guns over here.
Wick would also get to talk to Tommy, revealing that he was only 17 years old at the time of this video.
How old are you guys?
This exposure would help launch his profile in the STL drill scene, and his song Smash, which he had released exactly 1 month before the release of Tommy's vlog, now sits at almost 2 million views. But just a month later, in August, none of that
So he had just went viral, and then he ended up killing this dude. And then that's probably what took him over viral.
Because Luh Wick would get involved in the shooting that killed Joseph Shaw and fled the scene, becoming a wanted man in his hometown. A few months later, he was arrested and charged with first-degree murder and armed criminal action, facing the possibility of life in prison. On paper, the prosecution had what looked like a slam-dunk case, as surveillance cameras had captured the entire incident. But when the case went to trial in January 2024, Luh Wick would recount how he and a few friends had been riding their mini bikes around the city when Shaw's white Jeep had made a U-turn and started following them. Before pulling up next to him, the two exchanging some heated words before the Jeep's occupant pulled out a gun, causing Wick to speed off. But only seconds later, he would hear gunshots and pull out his own weapon, returning fire in self-defense. While the prosecution would claim that there simply wasn't enough time shown on the surveillance video for these events to have occurred in the way that Wick claimed, he would go on to beat the case and be found not guilty on both first-degree murder and armed criminal action charges. Wick would get back to freedom, and with a legal body...
I wonder if that's true, though. I wonder if that's true. Because it don't sound like it was clearly on camera. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't sound like it was clearly on camera of the whole thing that Wick just said happened. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't clear that he pulled a gun out first, so he shot first, you know what I'm saying?
To rap about, he would jump headfirst. Snitching entered the picture. During the car theft investigation, someone had allegedly given police incriminating information, and fingers started pointing at a member called Len Steppedy, a family member of Esco's crew. Luh Wick would quickly sever ties with everyone connected to the alleged snitching, including Esco. And by the time Luh Wick beat his murder case and got released, the two former friends who had built their careers together had become bitter enemies. T4, who has since gotten out on parole after doing 50% of his sentence, would open up about the beef and the snitching that led to it in his interview with Nick O'Neill Media.
Man, I see Discovery and shit, man. He like, yeah, man, I was downtown, you know what I'm saying? Like, I called my mom and my people there for a ride, and they sent Thomas, you know what I'm saying? That's me, that's my last name. They sent Thomas, me, and I ain't know the car was stolen, I ain't know the guns were stolen, shit like that. Ooh, they asked me how the guns came to my crib. I said my friends had the, you know what I'm saying? Just saying shit that implicated that I was there. You know what I'm saying?
Identified him as the driver of the stolen car. On bro.
First off, you know what I'm saying? Like,
he could just shut the fuck up.
He could just shut the fuck up. Man, I've been through the whole time I was locked up, no bullshit.
Been winning with us.
Esco, on the other hand, would respond to T4's version during his interview by saying that the reasons for the beef were much deeper than that, but he didn't want to get into it.
Oh, we don't fuck with them. That's about it.
It's like everything that like bro came on here and saying, it's like true about like what he was saying. But goddamn me, it's like more like it's more to the story. Goddamn me, it's more to the story.
It's more deeper than that.
It's more deeper than that.
You know?
Yeah.
Because of this beef, Esco and Wick would begin trading shots on social media, with Esco pulling up to Wick's hood and taunting him on his IG story.
I know Esco there. I know who that is.
Scan.
Where's one down?
Scan. Hold on, stop right here. Scan. Scan. Yeah. Cause out here playing. Yeah. Out here playing. Look. Out here playing. They just posted like they spent through her, gang. They spent through her all day long.
He would also diss another CTS member in a very disrespectful way by posting a freaky photo of his sister, and even releasing a song and music video titled CTSK or CTS Killer, where he would take numerous shots at CTS Luh Wick, starting by saying how Wick knows that Esco has been about that life, but now that Wick has one confirmed body, he's acting like he invented killing, while also claiming that Wick was just mad about the fact that Esco was making money while Wick was still broke despite all the media attention.